Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me again today. And today we're going to make this little project here. You may have seen this over on my blog yesterday as I showed it for a blog hop. And today I did promise on that post that I would come back today and show you how I made it. So here I am today with the video tutorial. This is the card that I made for my daughter, who's going to be 21 on the 3rd of April. My youngest child. Can't believe all my children are now over 21. Or going to be, and this is her card, which I needed to get made and sent because she's in America at the minute, so I've got to send it out to the USA. So it looks quite simple from the start here, from the front here, just a panel of patterned paper and a little bit of stamping. But if I slide off this belly band, you will see that it's not so simple after all. It is in fact a Concertina card that, and if I can just about get it on the camera, it reads 21 with our large letter dies in a nice rainbow of colours. So if I stand it up, you can see that if it was stood up like that, but you can't see it, so I need to put it like that. So 21 written in letters, and then a panel on the back here for me to write on. So I'm just going to show you how I made this card. I have posted a very similar video before when I made one with congratulations, which needed more panels, but this one is slightly different. I didn't use a belly band before, and I certainly didn't use these lovely rainbow colours before. I'm just going to slide the belly band back on there, and there it is, ready to send. Okay, so how are we going to make this card? Right, you will need to make a card that says 21, and you can vary this according to whatever number or name that you want to do. But for 21 we needed 10 panels. Okay, so you're going to take a sheet of A4 whisper white thick card and cut it to 3 3/4 inches wide, and you're then going to take each of those panels and you're going to score it. Here's my scoring tool. There we go. Can you see that? Yeah. And you're going to score each one at 2 3/4, 5 1/2, 8 1/4, and 11. I'm going to do one more. I would need 3 because I need 10 panels, and there's 4 on each, but I'm only going to do 2 because I'm just going to show you the basis of how to do this. I'm not actually going to finish this card today. Luckily I do need another one of these cards because my niece will be 21 very soon, so I'm going to make her a similar card to what I've made my daughter. There we go, that's all the scoring. So just take your bone folder and burnish those folds really well, and you can burnish them so that they go the right way. So zigzagging, one forward, one back, one forward and one back, and the little tab at the end is what we're going to use to stick them together to make a long concertina, because obviously these are only 4. So just there like that. Had real fun making this card actually. I really liked it. I do love rainbows anyway. I wanted to make it nice and bright and colourful for my daughter. So I'm really pleased with how it turned out. Right, I've got 2 panels. I've cut another one, but I'm not going to fold that, so because you've got to get the idea. You don't need to sit and watch me doing that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of the panels, and I'm just going to snip, wedge off a little bit of the tab, just to make that the side slant so that it won't overhang if I don't get it absolutely straight. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick that there. So I'm just going to take a little bit of Tombow, which, as you will know, is always my glue of choice, and for something like this, if it's going to work, it doesn't want to come out. Oh, it's very stuck, this one. Let me find another Tombow. Got another Tombow in here that should work. Let's try another one. Oh, that's better. This one wants to work. There we go. Got quite a lot on there now, so I might just take a cocktail stick and just smooth it out. But this will give you a really nice firm adhesion, and it won't fall apart, which is the last thing that you want. And so just slide that into there. and then to make 21 you will need to stick another one on the end, but then you'll have a couple of panels left over that you can cut off. So you actually need, what you actually need to end up with is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You need 2 more on the end there, so you will need to cut off two of the panels that come with the last one. So I will do that later. Right, so that's the start of my card, and for each of these panels I used cardstock. Let me show you. I used a piece of cardstock and then the matching designer series paper from the paper stacks, and then cut out the letter. I'm going to show you how I did that. But this first one is Flirty Flamingo. So I've already cut a piece of Flirty Flamingo card which measures 3 1/4 by 2 1/4 inches. So I'm going to pop that on there. Like so. And a piece of designer series paper which measures 2 inches by 3 inches. So that's going on there, like so. Now obviously you will need to do all of the panels. I'm not going to do all the panels on camera here today because it will take too long, and as you know from last time, my video cuts off after 16 minutes, so we would get cut off. I like to keep my videos short and sweet so that people stay and watch the whole of them and don't jump through them. Okay, so that's my first panel, and that's going to have the T on it. You obviously will need to carry on, and I will put on my blog, on the blog it will be the colours that you need, but I will quickly tell you I used Melon Mambo, Gorgeous Grape, Blueberry Bushel, Bermuda Bay, Granny Apple Green, Daffodil Yellow, Melon Mango Melody, Pumpkin Pie and Real Red. So most of those are in the Brights collection. There's 1 from this year's In Colours and 2 from Regals, and the others are all from the Brights collection. So what I'm going to do before I stick my letter on, I'm going to finish sticking my papers on, and what I want to do, although I'm not going to do any more of the panels that will have the letters on, I want to do the front panel, which is going to be this one, because this is going to fold like that. Actually, it's going to fold like this. Well, these folds are the wrong way around, but it doesn't really matter. You can just change them as you go. There we go. So this panel here, which is going to be this panel that you can see when the belly band is on. So I'm just going to do that, and I've done that in Bermuda Bay, and again the same measurements for the cardstock. So use the same measurements and the same measurements again for the designer series paper. And then for the letters, we are going to stamp in Flirty Flamingo. Just put that to one side. I'm going to stamp in Flirty Flamingo, which is here. I'm just going to do the letter T. And some of these letters you will get quite a watercolour effect. They don't always cover, and that is the intention. So don't worry if it doesn't seem to be giving you good coverage. My Flirty Flamingo stamp pad is actually quite wet, so that one doesn't look too bad. And then I'll just bring in my die cutter. My very old, trusty Big Shot. And somewhere I thought I had my T. Oh, I've not got it out, or did I put it away somewhere? Oh, maybe I didn't get it out. Oh, here it is. I haven't got it out of the pack. There we go. So these are our large letter dies and our letters for you. Can you see that? Is that on camera? It's not, is it? Let's make sure you can see what I'm doing. These are our large letter dies and our letters for you stamps, which fit together beautifully. But curiously enough, I haven't ever used the stamps before. I've only ever used the dies. So this was a new treat for me today to use these, and so I stick it with a little bit of washi tape. You can see you could use the magnetic plate. I find it easier to use a little bit of washi tape straight through, and that's going to come out. Get rid of the big shot. And obviously again, you're going to do this with all the letters in the colours that you've used on the panels. So I just matched up the panels, the letters with the colours on the panels. So that's going to stick onto there, like so. And then you'll go through with all the other letters. And you could do this for any card. You could do 65 or 90 or 100 or whatever you'd like to do. Just quickly going to show you how I did the belly band, because that will be quite useful for you as well. I took a piece of daffodil yellow, and I just took it, let it find its way round. So I bent it round and then folded it myself. I'm going to do it on my proper one rather than my new one, because this is the right thickness, because otherwise I'll get the belly band the wrong thickness. So there, then I need to go to the next corner, bend it gently, and then just bend, and then again bend it gently, and then bend, and the last one. And you want it to meet on the front, because you want that to be where the join is, so that you don't see the join. Bend again, there we go. And that's my belly band. So I can now trim off a little bit of that daffodil yellow. This is 2 centimeters wide, by the way, the belly band, and just trim off a little bit there, and a little bit of Tombow to hold that in place. And then the only other thing we need to do, so I'm just going to put that on there, is the happy birthday, which I've stamped with the Happy Birthday Gorgeous. There we go, put that to one side. The Happy Birthday Gorgeous Happy Birthday stamp. I'm just going to stamp it onto a piece of scrap card in Coastal Cabana. No, not in Coastal Cabana, in Bermuda Bay. I keep getting these two colours muddled up all the time. In Bermuda Bay, onto a piece of card, like so. And then I've taken my Truly Tailored punch, I want to say. It's this diamondy one. And just punch that out, and it will fit in the punch very nicely, almost as if it was made for it. Oops, doesn't want to come out. And then another punch from Melon Mambo. And you've seen me do this before. Cut this in half, and then you can make a kind of little border for your punch. So just put a little bit of glue along here and along here. Oh, which one is it I'm meant to be using? Neither of these seem to want to work at the minute. One of them must have a clogged tip. There we go. And then just put these down like this, and this will go. So I'm just going to make sure I get a little even border at the top there, and then a little even border at the bottom there as well. And that just sticks onto my belly band, and we are done. Very nice little card, but very special. And I hope my daughter, who's in America, is not watching my blog or my YouTube. She hasn't got an awful lot of Wi-Fi, so I'm hoping that she's not going to see either this video or my blog post before her birthday, which is the 3rd of July. So but I wanted to use her card for the blog hop, so that's why I've done it early. So I hope you like my little card there, and I hope you might have a go at making your own. You could vary the colours. Like I said, you can vary the number of panels. does work best if you want to do this design if you've got an even number of panels. So if you've got an odd number of letters, you might want to put an extra panel on the end and put a heart or something on it. You could just decorate it, maybe some balloons for a birthday, something like that. But it does work better because then you have a panel here and you have a blank panel on the back. If you have an odd number, you can have a panel on the front, but then you end up with one of the letters on the back, which you don't want. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that today. Very quick little video showing you how I made this concertina card. If you want to buy any of the products, please pop to my online shop, which is there's a link in the comments below. Sign up for my newsletter. I send out a monthly newsletter, and sometimes it has special offers only for my newsletter readers, so you might want to do that. Or subscribe to my blog, and then you'll get an email notification every time I post. But apart from that, I hope you'll come back another time and see another little video from me. Meanwhile, have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.